Alrighty, what's up guys? Another day, another video, more sneakers this time. 2 sneakers here. Just tell them by the box, you could probably figure out what's in them. But the commonality between these two is that I picked them up off of this recently new app called Tradeblock. You know, sneakers have been getting a lot easier for the mainstream public to get their hands on. Platforms, apps like eBay, GOAT, StockX make it super easy. But when new apps like this Tradeblock one comes up, I figured, why not give it a try? I have nothing to lose here. I'll talk about the app a little bit more as we progress into the video, but I just want to preface now, this isn't a paid sponsorship or anything. They aren't paying me to say these things. But if you're watching this and you're from Tradeblock and you want to collab, hit me up. And then before we get into it too, be sure to follow me on Instagram at StuffDylanLikes. I'm posting pickups and content there way before these YouTube videos. On top of that, check the description. I'm selling off a bunch of the collection, so be sure to go check it out. So getting right into it, I have my phone in front of me here. We'll talk about the Tradeblock app for a little bit. So it takes on a literal meaning in that it's a place to trade sneakers. So it's unlike a GOAT or a StockX or an eBay where you're buying sneakers. In the case of Tradeblock, you're connecting with users, you're adding sneakers to your inventory, checking out other people's inventories, and making trades. So you could put up new sneakers, used sneakers, you can make offers, you could receive offers, and this you could do sneakers for sneakers. You can add cash to make the deal more fruitful in your favor. You could ask for more cash if the values don't quite add up. You could do one pair for one pair for 2 pairs, etc, etc. Sort of the combinations you could do are endless. I don't know the exact fees. I feel like they're pretty variable depending on what you're doing, but hopefully I could find a screenshot and drop it in here in front of me. So going back to these things in my lap, there are 2 separate trades. We could talk about this first one. I'll actually show them right now. They're the Aime Dore 993s, the beef and broccoli pair. The deal I did on this was I had 2 pairs of the other colorway, the taupes, and I really wanted this one. So I actually sent the trade offer and initiated it. I saw this person had the taupes on their wish list. I had these on my wish list. These at the time were worth a little less than the taupe pair, so I'd asked for a few dollars on top and the guy accepted. Really, I didn't pocket any cash because after fees, I think I just broke even, which is fine. We'll talk about the pros and cons later in the video, but these are them. They were described as brand new, and yes, they are brand new. As far as timelines go, I have my notes here, so if you see me looking this way, you'll know why. So we confirmed the trade on June 13th, then spit out a label that they had provided, and I believe the policies you have to get them out within 3 or 4 days. I'll fact check myself and add that in now. So I sent these out the next day, June 14th, and then they arrived, I guess their headquarters or authentication center out in Texas on June 22nd from New Jersey, so call that a few days. They verified authenticity same day, and then sent them out the following on June 13th. This pair specifically arrived to me on June 26th. So overall, 2-week experience, about 11 or so business days. Timelines can vary for you, but that was my experience with this first pair. And then the second pair here is the Tom Sachs collabed NikeCraft general purpose shoe. These were brand new as well, but I was excited and I've worn them already a few times, although I just cleaned them up, so they look pretty new and fresh. Same thing, brand new sneaker. I had traded these for my military black Air Jordan 4s. I had like 3 pairs of them. Didn't need all of them. The value on those was more than these, so I did get some cash in exchange. But very similar timeline. Let me read off here. Confirmed the deal on August 20th. I shipped them out the 21st. They arrived in Texas on the 25th. They verified these sneakers. They verified my Jordans, and then they sent out this pair to me on the 26th the next day, and they arrived on my doorstep on August 31st. So overall, same thing, about 2 weeks. I think this one was about 9 business days or so, which isn't so bad. In the case of both these sneakers, I figured I didn't have much to lose. These are both pairs that I really wanted. I didn't want to go through the hassle of selling things and then, using that money to buying these specific sneakers. The app sort of made it easier for me to get my hands on these sneakers, all at the price of, some fees. So overall, it was a smooth experience. These items ship super securely. If you check out the unboxing clips, there is no damage to the boxes at all. And the experience is pretty nice. It comes with this sort of authentication card here. Both pairs did. This one's limited edition, although it doesn't really matter. It's very much how like StockX has the tag, eBay has those tags as well, and then GOAT with the sticker and the authentication card. So this is like their own version of that. I think the app is helpful if you're not very well versed in selling sneakers. So if you have like a huge collection of new and used sneakers that you're just trying to actively collect, not necessarily buy for resale, but to, you know, collect and keep personally, this app is sort of your one-stop shop to do so. I will say the fees are a bit hefty. You know, that's how they make their money, is they're essentially the middleman between end consumer and then end consumer on the other side. You know, we're shipping our pairs to them, trusting them that, you know, they're specialists, they're authenticating or whatever, and then it ships to the other parties. So yeah, I'd say the fees are a bit hefty. I think it's like $40 something to do a little one-to-one trade, and then the price goes up if you're adding cash or if you're doing multiple pairs, so just be wary of that. I imagine they'll do some promotions along the way, but I'm sure as to start now, whatever flat fees they have, the calculus has been literally calculated and that they make some money. I guess some hesitations when it comes to using a new app like this, Tradeblock, is you're not really sure of the reliability or customer service. Fortunately for me, I didn't have to reach out to customer service at all because I mentioned just earlier that the process was pretty seamless. But you know, should there be an issue, I'm not sure how fast their team would be to act on things or reply or really anything. Just because they're essentially a startup, nobody really knows what's going on. I'd also be weary of their authentication process. You know, as much as people claim to be experts about sneakers, you never really know what's real and what's fake. Something like this Aime Dore 993, I feel is pretty hard to replicate, but at the same time, you never really know. You're sort of trusting their experts that, you know, they're gonna pass their quality control and, like, you know, ticking off all the boxes what makes them authentic. Especially when you consider the controversy from like StockX recently of all of their authentication stuff. You know, this could raise eyebrows, especially for such a smaller name in Tradeblock compared to something like a StockX. And then, you know, you think of higher hype sneakers like this, maybe even something like a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 that's obviously upper echelon in hype, easily replicated. Who really knows if their processes are, you know, vetted and well done. Like I mentioned, I guess my biggest gripe is the fees are kind of hefty. To get my hands on a pair like this or this, would it have been more effective for me to go on eBay, GOAT, or StockX, or, you know, whatever buying and selling platform, get rid of those sneakers, use that money and buy these or these for resale prices? I don't really know. You know, I actively sell on eBay all the time, and I have listings on there that are crickets, right? You don't get any bites for a year and a half of them being listed, so it depends how urgently you want these things. You know, this is a sneaker that I really wanted in my hands. This as well, I had a bunch of stuff to give up, so I figured why not? You're paying for convenience at that point. You know, they handle all the legwork, they buy the postage, they do the authenticating. You just have to provide the sneaker, and then you have to find a consumer on the other end that's willing to deal. So maybe it's not the most efficient as far as getting the most value out of things, which I love getting value out of sneakers as much as I can, but, you know, for convenience, doing trades like this via the Tradeblock app is super convenient. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Tradeblock. I'm gonna do a few more trades in the future, I'm pretty sure, as I'm sure you'll see in future videos. But for now, I'm content with both of these pairs. You'll probably see them featured in alternate YouTube videos on my channel. It'll take some time just because I'm a busy guy these days. But yeah, that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have used the Tradeblock app in the comments down below. Eager to hear your thoughts, your experience. And if not, I hope this is helpful. Hopefully this eases your mind a bit, especially if you have a smaller collection with a lot more risk. It's definitely reassuring to watch videos like the one I'm making right now, and that, you know, it's a good experience. Plug the social, I plug the eBay, so I guess all that's left to do is drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.